everybody, I'm not a farm girl. Last week when I visited Naturally Urban Farm, Shannon suggested that I get this book, Artisan Bread in 5 minutes a day. She more than suggested it. She said, you have to get this book. So I did, and we're going to give it a shot. Once I get going, I'm going to set the timer for 5 minutes. This bread, it takes 4 basic ingredients. It takes unbleached all-purpose flour, yeast, kosher salt, and water. Once you have the basic recipe, there are other recipes throughout the book with variations and other ingredients you can add to it. So let's get our timer started and see if I can do this in 5 minutes. The first ingredient is 3 cups lukewarm water, to which you add 1.5 tablespoons of yeast. In the book, he says you don't have to wait for the yeast to activate, which I didn't know. The next step is to add the salt to the water. The salt is the same amount of the yeast, that makes it easy, 1.5 tablespoons. Now it says, don't worry about getting it all to dissolve. So I won't. The next step is to mix in the flour. It says specifically in the book to use a scoop and scrape method. It takes 6.5 cups of unsifted flour. He says that this method will keep the flour from being compacted. This recipe that we're making today makes 5 loaves of bread, but you don't make them all at once. So what we're going to do is once this dough is ready to go, it can store in the refrigerator for up to 2 weeks. And when you're ready to make another loaf, this is cup number 3, you just pull out a pound of dough and shape it and stick it in the oven. I'm making a bit of a mess here. I have to get my kitchen helpers to help me clean that up. Cup number 6, I'll stir that a bit, and a half a cup. Alright, so now I need to get this all mixed in. Now if you have a large mixing bowl with a bread hook, you can do that. The cool thing, one of the cool things about this bread is that you don't need it. All you do is mix it and store it. Alright, so now I'm getting to the point where the author says that if you can't get it all mixed, you can reach in with very wet hands and press the mixture together. So let me get my hands wet. And we'll try that. He says, don't knead. You're finished when everything is uniformly moist without dry patches. So we are almost there. still having some dry parts in here, so I'm going to keep going a little bit. I'm getting pretty moist. So the next thing I'm going to do now is put this into my 5-quart container, which is right here behind me with the lid on it. That's going to be a problem because now my hands are very sticky. So let me reach over there and see if I can get the lid off with my arms. Haha! Magic performed. Alright, we're putting the dough into the container exactly when the timer goes off. And there you have it. In 5 minutes, I have made bread. Now, what has to happen is this is going to be covered with a lid, and it's going to rise for at least 2 hours and up to 5 hours. Then it'll be refrigerated overnight. So tomorrow, I'm going to come back and we'll bake a loaf of bread and see how it turns out. Thanks everybody for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, and comment. I'm not a farm girl.